Hey everybody, welcome to Hat Hole Home Video. So I just watched Samaritan, the new Sylvester Stallone superhero movie on Amazon Prime or Amazon Video, whatever they call their streaming service. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. And I wanted to talk about it, and this is going to be very spoilery, because I like to armchair director. I like to talk about what the movie did and what I would like, or what I would have liked to have seen done. So you can't really do that without spoiling the movie. So I'll say spoiler-free. The movie is almost great, but it's held back by quite a few things. I think, one, it is too long. I think you could have cut 15 minutes from the movie as it exists, and you would have had a much tighter, told a tighter story. It spins its wheels in the middle quite a bit. And endings, the last act is really fun, really engaging. Some of the special effects might hold some people back. It was obviously a movie that wasn't made for a ton of money, and it shows here and there. So that might be something that hurts the viewing experience for some people. It's not a Marvel movie. It's not Captain America, Civil War, or anything. I would also say as a positive, the cast, kind of across the board, is very likable, and Stallone's always, well, I can't say Stallone's always great, but Stallone is usually a lot of fun to watch on screen, and he is fun to watch in this movie. And so is everybody else. I would say the main kid, I can't think of, he's good, but a little too, for my tastes, a little too front and center, and he does wear on me a little bit, but I don't want to rag on, a kid actor too much. He's doing his job, and he's doing a fine job. But other than that, I kind of want to get into spoilers. But so my spoiler-free review is kind of spins its wheels. It kind of shows it's low budget, but ultimately it's a pretty good time. So there you go. The big thing I want to talk about as far as spoilers go is there's a big twist, a big reveal, a big subversion. And I called it, I think, one line into the movie. It might have been two lines, I forget. But as soon as it says it's, two superhero twin brothers, I paused the movie, I turned to my wife, and I said, Sylvester Stallone is going to turn out to be the evil twin, not the good twin. And, and I guess I should say that. I mean, hopefully if you're watching this, it means you did watch the movie, so I'm not, you know the plot of the movie, but I should explain the plot. And I probably should have explained this during the non-spoilery part, but whatever. You're here. We're in this together. But the whole plot is there was a superhero and a supervillain pair of twins who fought each other and seemingly killed each other in this epic battle. But there's always been rumors persisting that Samaritan is the good twin and Nemesis is the bad twin. There's these rumors that Samaritan survived and Samaritan lives. And this kid, Sam, figures out that the guy that lives across, in the apartment building across the street from his apartment building, Sylvester Stallone, is Samaritan. And the big twist that I saw coming a mile away is that it's revealed that no, he's not Samaritan, he's Nemesis. Samaritan died in that final confrontation. Nemesis lived, but he ultimately wasn't evil, was filled with remorse and regret for how things happened, and basically went off the grid after that. And the movie does have some good, thoughtful commentary on that the world is not made up of good guys and bad guys. It's like everybody is some amount of both. The villains in this movie hero worship Nemesis, but they also don't see him as a villain. They talk about him was sort of a Robin Hood figure. I guess you got to kind of get the vibe. Because he talks about, Nemesis, would always punch up. And, Nemesis never beat a guy that didn't deserve to get beat and things like that. But the twist, and they did this thing where there's a moment where it seems like Sylvester Stallone is going to tell the kid that he's not Samaritan. He's Nemesis. But then he doesn't do it. Early on, in the first 15, 20 minutes of the movie, I thought, that's actually a clever way to reveal the twist. Do it early. Don't save it for like the climactic moment, facing down the villain of the movie and then reveal like, I'm not Samaritan, I'm Nemesis. Do it at the beginning. And then that becomes what the movie's about. And then instead of this kid hero worshiping Samaritan and then at the end finding out he's Nemesis and having him be like, it's not all about bad guys and good guys. It's, we're all kind of both sometimes. You could instead show that. Instead of saying it at the end, right before the credits roll, you can show it. Because he would reveal that, and he would reveal, he could sort of take on the mantle of Samaritan as like a way of atoning, as a way of trying to give back to the city, trying to give them their hero back. And so he could put the Samaritan costume not back on, but he could put the Samaritan costume on. And then the villain, who hero worships Nemesis, could take on the mantle of the new Nemesis that's going to defeat Samaritan, that's going to do what the original Nemesis couldn't do and defeat Samaritan. And then you have the rise of these two characters early in the movie. And then you have the kid in the middle being torn. The villain should have seduced him to the dark side more. And if you then also early on have him learn that Sylvester Stallone is Samaritan, it could also be he's being pulled to the light side and pulled to the dark side. And what's he going to choose? As it stands, it's just like, it's real muddy. And it's sort of like he's just in the bad guy gang because he's terrified of them. But he loves Samaritan. He loves the good guy. It's just, it's all muddy. And that's another thing, too, when I watched it, it's PG-13, especially putting that kid front and center. A lot of the movie feels like it could have been a kid's movie. It could have been maybe PG. I would not have preferred that. I would have preferred it gone R-rated and gone the direction of something like Kick-Ass and been something much more brutal, much more violent, really go for it. And it's like, that seems to be the direction they wanted to go. They just kind of had to take it as far as they could with a PG-13 rating. Most of my problems come down to writing and story structure. I think this movie could have been a lot better than it is. And I still think it's good. I still had a fun time. I still think it's good. It's just not great. It's almost great. That's what I kept thinking, like scene after scene, performance after performance. It's like everything, every piece of this movie I kept looking at and going, like, this is almost great. If you watched this, I hope you watched Samaritan already. If you did, let me know what you thought in the comments. But yeah, other than that, whether you are a dirty dog sleeping in the sun or an alley rat eating up the night, you are always welcome here at Hat Hole Home Video. Till next time, kiddos. I just can never end a video like a normal person. I always turn into a weirdo.